Hello students, welcome to our science class. In the last class, we studied different types of plants and their uses. I hope you studied it well. Today, we are going to discuss an important topic. What is that? It is photosynthesis, the process by which plants synthesize their food. Let's study it through an animated video. We are going to learn about photosynthesis. It is a process by which plants make their own food. This is happening in leaves, particularly in specialized cells called chloroplast. In this process, plants absorb water and carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight and convert it into starch and oxygen. From where plants get water and carbon dioxide? Plants absorb water and other nutrients through their roots. Absorbed water is then transported to other plant parts through xylem vessels. These are certain kind of specialized cells for the transportation of water. And carbon dioxide, which is available in the atmosphere, is absorbed through specialized pores present in the leaves known as stomata. Inside the leaves, there are specialized cells known as chloroplast, where this absorbed carbon dioxide and water is converted to starch, that is food, and molecular oxygen. That is known as the process of photosynthesis. That means in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide and water get converted to starch and molecular oxygen. The processed food or the prepared food is then transported to various plant parts through phloem. The prepared molecular oxygen is released out. Keep in mind that photosynthesis will happen only during daytime, that is in the presence of sunlight. It will not happen during night. There is another process called respiration, the process in which plants breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide as like all other organisms. This process or simply breathing will happen in day as well as in night time. Hope you understood what is meant by photosynthesis. Simply we can say that photosynthesis is the process of conversion of water and carbon dioxide to starch and oxygen in leaves. This is the process. Carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight in chlorophyll get converted into starch and oxygen. Let's summarize the main points into three. The first point is that plants absorb water and minerals through their roots, and plants absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through minute pores present in the leaves known as stomata. These components are converted into food, that is starch and oxygen in leaves. This process is known as photosynthesis. Please note these 3 points. These are the important points. Let's answer some questions asked in your textbook. The first question is that, do plants release only oxygen at all times? Is it so? What is the answer? No. Plants will release carbon dioxide as well. Plants release oxygen when photosynthesis happens. When green plants carry out photosynthesis during daytime, carbon dioxide is absorbed and oxygen is released. Second question, is photosynthesis possible at night? Why? Photosynthesis will not happen during night time. It will only happen during daytime. What is the process that takes place during day and night in all organisms, including plants? And is the third question. The process of respiration happens in all organisms. All organisms, including plants, respire day and night. Oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is given out at that time. There is another question. Does a person who sleeps under a tree during the night receive more oxygen? Do you think so? Write down your explanation in your science diary. No. At night, plants also absorb oxygen and release carbon dioxide. So the oxygen availability will be lower compared to indoors. You may have noticed different colors of leaves. There is leaves in green color and yellow color and orange color, etc. Nature use pigments to create these types of colors. There are different types of pigments. When leaves are green, they have a pigment known as chlorophyll. Leaves with the pigment xanthophyll appear yellow in color. Leaves with carotenoids or carotene appear in yellowish orange color. And leaves with anthocyanin pigment appears red in color. So these are the pigments. Chlorophyll gives green color, xanthophyll gives yellow color, carotene gives yellowish orange color, and anthocyanin gives red color to leaves. We are moving on to the next topic, parasitic plants. Do you think that all plants will prepare their own food? No, there are some lazy plants. They will absorb food from the plants on which they live. They do not prepare food for themselves. They are known as parasitic plants. There are some examples given in your textbook. The first one is known as Loranthus. Loranthus is a common plant in our locality. It is known as Ithilkanni in Malayalam. You may have noticed Loranthus in mango trees and all in your surroundings. Next one is Cuscuta. It is commonly known as Moodilla Thali. Then there is another example, that is Rafflesia. It is a giant parasitic flower. Let's watch a video to understand this topic better. In this video, we can see a mango tree, and this healthy mango tree is affected by this parasitic plant Loranthus. This is a common scene in our localities. Actually, this parasitic Loranthus will absorb the nutrients and water from this mango tree and will eventually kill the mango tree, will reduce its yields and all. This is the next example. What is that? Yes, this is Rafflesia, the giant parasitic flower. This is also an example for parasitic plant. Is the growth of Loranthus on mango tree beneficial? Why? Do you think that the Loranthus growth in mango tree is beneficial? No, they steal minerals and water as well as block sunlight by covering the encroached place. Encroached place means the place where they live. We can classify the parasites into two. First one is semi-parasites and the second category is total parasite. What is known as semi-parasites? Semi-parasites are those plants which absorb only water and minerals from the host plant. Later, they will prepare their own food using their leaves. Loranthus is an example for this category, that is, Loranthus is a semi-parasite. Whereas total parasite will absorb already prepared food from this host plant. Cuscuta is an example. Both this semi-parasite as well as this total parasite is harmful to the host plant. We are moving on to the next topic, that is saprophytes. Like parasitic plants, there are some plants which depends upon dead organic matter for their food. The plants grow absorbing nutrients from decomposed matter are known as saprophytes. You may have noticed some black dots or black powder on rotten bread or etc. That is known as bread mold, or it is because of the growth of fungus. Fungus growing on bread, pickle, etc. are examples for saprophytes. They do not belong to the group of plants as they do not have the capacity to prepare their own food. You may have also familiar with mushrooms. Different kinds of mushrooms will be there in your locality. Mushrooms popping up like umbrellas are a familiar sight. They also belong to the group of fungus. That means they are also saprophytes. Let's summarize what we studied today. We covered 3 important topics. First one is photosynthesis, then parasitic plants and saprophytes. Hope you understood this class. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.